Welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video I have the TK Custom 04. This is the muscle modification parts for it's specifically for the Toyotaru Goku. At least that's what they're making it out to be. This is what the box art looks like. Let's see what this guy looks like outside of the box. I don't have the Toyotaru Goku, but I do have the Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. So, you know, those Gokus are pretty much the same. So we'll see what this guy looks like on that Goku. And then I have other legs here that we could try it on. So this is what your figure would look like coming out of the box. And this is all that it comes with. It comes with 2 pegs, an extra belt, and then an extra neck, and then obviously the body. So let's go ahead and get these parts out and then take a closer look. So the actual kit is coming bare, as you can see. And with this new kit, I guess this is like the revoltech technology. I don't have any revoltech figures, but this is pretty much how they work. It's just super gappy, like right off the bat. If you're a fan of that, then I guess that's cool. These pegs pretty much go up and down for the elbows. There's no bicep swivel anymore. You get a full 360 rotation in these arms. This neck is on a ball peg. The waist is also on a ball peg. And then the butterfly joints. I guess like the big thing with this whole figure was the fact that you can like pretty much maneuver these butterfly joints. And they do go in, you know, basically all the way, I guess you can say. So let's get a better look at this guy with some actual parts on him. So let's bring in a few things that we can mess with here. I have 2 Mastered Ultra Instinct Gokus just to see what the difference is between the body type. I don't know why I put Gohan's body in there, but I do have Gohan's legs, and then I have Demoniacal Fit Goku legs, and then I have Legendary Super Saiyan Goku legs. That's the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So before we do get into that, the other accessories here for this figure is the belt. And this belt looks a lot thinner than the actual belt that comes on Mastered Ultra Instinct. So we'll see what this is for actually. And then we have these pegs here. So the peg is definitely too small for the neck. And then, you know, this peg doesn't go in that hole either. So and then the differences between the 2 necks are you get like a little extension here. And like I said, this is for the Toyotaru version of the SH figuarts Goku, which I don't have, but I do know that that Goku you need like a neck extension. So as far as how that works, if you have that Goku, you pretty much just pull that peg out, pull it out pretty easily, and then you should be able to just pop it in this slot here. And to be honest, this plastic is a lot harder than this plastic is right now. So you would have to warm up this peg just to put it inside here, but that's definitely how it works. And then you'll get your extension for your Toyotaru. I gotta keep saying that over and over. Toyotaru Goku. But as you can see, I pulled it out easy, and then it goes in, well, back in just as easy. So, and as far as these pegs, now I'm assuming that they are definitely for the shoulders and even for the wrists here. So we'll see if we can pull this out. Yeah, so if you pull out the, well, the forearm rather, and you'll be able to put like a replacement peg here. And then, you know, obviously this peg should be used for this part also. So you do get 2 replacements there just in case you break one, or, you know, maybe one comes loose on your figure out of the box. So they plug in and pull out very easily. So now we could get into if this figure, or body rather, should I put some let me put some hands on him first. Let me take these hands off of this Goku, because we're gonna see if this articulation will get him in some good Kamehameha poses. So the pegs definitely fit the same as all of the other Gokus. So you're just gonna take your other figure's hands and then put them in to add to this figure rather. And then I do have the TK DIY head sculpt that I'm gonna be having on this figure, so we'll make him look more put together in this way. That is what he looks like all put together. And this is a dope like sculpt, right? Like the sculpt is definitely pretty solid, especially when you put him up next to the older version of SHF's version of a shirtless Goku. So the musculature is definitely different. You know, everything looks pretty much different. And there's a picture on the Toyotaro box that SH Figuarts figure comes with. And he just looks like super jacked, just exactly like this sculpt. So I know that TK DIY definitely got their sculpt from that and for that reason. So, but we'll see if the articulation is what it should be, because revoltech is supposed to be like really good articulation. So this is demoniacal fit legs. I just painted the bottom so it could look like a future Gohan, but let's see if it fits here. So that is not fitting in, but I've seen it on here before. So you're definitely gonna have to warm that up. Like pulling him out of the box, I definitely can't get him in there. So you're gonna need to warm him for that. And I think all these other 3.0 pegs are the same. So he won't go on Gohan legs, but I have seen him on there also. And then this is a superhero Goku peg. Very hard to get that in there too, honestly. Like, that's weird. That one, I was assuming that one would fit. And then this is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So those pegs are like not fitting in there for some reason. Well, they are 3.0. And I think this figure, or body rather, is for the 2.0s. But then again, this is a 3.0 Goku, and I've seen him on here before, so let's see. Yeah, so that one snapped in. So before we take a look at that, let me put a belt on here just to see like the full look. So this is what he would look like on Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. And that doesn't look too bad. I do think the legs look a little bit big. And then I don't know, like I don't think his butt is supposed to be as big as his back. But again, this is like, it's 2.0. Like this is the size of a 2.0 body. And then, you know, obviously Legendary Super Saiyan Goku's torso is like way bigger than this one. If I could pull him in real quick. I do have him here, so I mean that's what the difference is. You can tell that Legendary Super Saiyan Goku is slightly bigger, but the proportions, for some reason, they look better with his 3.0 legs. So, but there's a difference between the two. I do have a shirt, or a half of a shirt on here. So we could get into some articulation as I keep him on this body for a second. And well, why this head is falling apart, let's put this back on. So he looks down very far. His chin can go into his chest. He looks up slight, well, I guess that's like an okay range. Some side to side tilt action because his neck is like on a ball peg. It's just super gappy. But if you like keep this closed, like if you hide the gaps, like it looks dope. So you get a full 360 range of motions in the arms. There's no more bicep swivel. That's completely gone. Then you have single jointed elbows with a huge gap right here. But this is, you can get a full 360 in the actual forearm. So we'll see what that can do as far as posing. So then, like we went over before, I guess is revoltech. This is what makes revoltech so good, is right here, I guess the butterfly joint. So he can like hug himself almost completely. and I guess that's pretty good. I've been waiting for everybody to show what the back looks like, and that's what it looks like. Super gappy. But if you want to pose your figures, obviously you're going to pose them from the front side, so you don't really see the gap too much from the front. I mean, you do, but it's not as noticeable as the sides and the back, so I'm sure you can find ways to hide that gap after, you know, playing with this guy a little bit. Feeling this figure like in hand, it feels like really loose, really wobbly, to be honest. Especially the neck. The neck is really wobbly. These joints, I don't know, I mean, it's different. I guess I would have to say it needs some getting used to. But they are kind of wiggly, I guess, but at the same time, it can hold a pose. So let's see if we could get them in like a quick Kamehameha pose. And again, I probably should be putting him on the actual Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, but we could get into some articulation before I do that. So if you get these pegs to line up correctly, I guess you can get him in some cool poses. Like this looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty sick. So I guess, well, still in the back, it's a little gappy, but you know, 9 times out of 10, we don't pose our figures facing this way. So I guess you could pull it off. There's a good pose right there. His arm can go all the way out. I don't have any fists on him, but you can kind of get him going like that. That looks pretty cool. You can see the ball pegs, but the musculature and like the sculpt look really good. And his elbow's broken. Yeah, okay, let's make that straight to see how. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. Like if you play around with this guy, I'm sure you could get him in really good poses. And I got mine off of 5ktoys.com. It was $45. And to be honest, I would say like I'm definitely a fan of collecting these figures. Like to have this muscle body kit to kind of upgrade your Goku, I would say get it. 45 bucks isn't too bad. But at the same time, you're gonna have to take your time and like kind of work with this guy to get him in poses. But when you look at this guy up close, like he looks super dope. Like it's a really nice sculpt. 45 bucks isn't too bad. I think they're sold out right now, but they're gonna have a restock soon. So, and you can pull this off, having him on legendary Super Saiyan Goku legs. Now we can see if he can actually go on this Mastered Ultra Instinct body. And I'm assuming I'm gonna have to warm it up, because if it didn't go on that superhero Goku body, then it might not go on here. So let's try without warming it up first. Pushing down really hard here. And I want to show you on camera how hard this is. Yeah, you're not getting that on without warming it up. But let's warm it up and let's see. I have my heat gun right here. Give me a second. So I just use a heat gun. You can use a heat gun or you could dip them in hot water. I mean, I've said it in my previous videos, I'm just not a fan of dipping my figures in water. You can warm it up with the heat gun. It's pretty much the same thing. And it's less mess. So after warming him up, let's see. Moment of truth here. That is a super tight fit, not gonna lie. So for the sake of this swap, we'll put the regular Ultra Instinct head on him. Will we? There you go. So now we can see you know, is this guy worth getting or not? Just for face value, putting him next to regular Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, and I say yeah, like he looks good in this regular like static, is this called a static pose? I don't think so, but he's standing still and he looks really good even with this head sculpt on him. But then if you take it to the next level and you have other sculpts, I wish that didn't get stuck, and then you go ahead and put the TK DIY head sculpt back on him after I pull this out. Oh, please don't break, because that would suck. But like I was saying, if you have other head sculpts, you guys can put it on him, and you know, if you look past all the gaps and things like that, I guess he's not too bad, because I'm sure you could get him in some really cool poses. You can't get him in like a powering up pose because these don't turn out that way, but like action style poses, if I could pull off like something quick like that looks pretty cool. So it'll take some playing around with. I think it's dope. I think it's different. Great job, TK DIY. It looks amazing. Like you could have him standing still, or you could have him like in an action pose. This is what he would look like with Super Saiyan head, and that's not too bad. And then well, I didn't even go over his ab crunch, huh? So ab crunch is that far, and he looks back really, really, really far. So there's a lot that you can do with this guy. I'm pretty sure after you play around with him, I got one more sculpt to swap him out with, and this one will probably get stuck in there also. So but yeah, pretty much you could put on the head that you choose and then see what works. So if you feel like this video is helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to keep an eye out for my next videos to come, you can subscribe. And again, as far as like these other legs, I've seen them on there before, but I think that you just have to warm this guy up to fit them on 3.0 pegs, and it should work just fine. But before you warm it up, straight out of the box, you could go on Legendary Super Saiyan Goku's legs. So I feel like the video was helpful. Go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to keep an eye out for my next videos to come, go ahead and subscribe. Until then, thank you for watching.